Kerbal Space Program. Zombies in Space! Episode 3. What goes up might not come down. So we've got a new ship called A Bit More Simple. And it's not as complicated as we had before, but it does have multiple stages. If you look at the bottom, we got 7 rockets that are going to fire at the beginning. The middle rocket, however, has been tweaked, so it's not firing at the same power as the other ones. Oh, do a crew report. Shores look inviting, blah, blah, blah. Transmit. I actually have an antenna. I have batteries. These engines are charging the batteries. Things are good. But apparently I have forgotten to add mystery goo containers. Oops. Okay, we're picking up speed pretty quickly here. Yeah, turn on that SAS. Giving it a little bit of a tilt. I'm afraid later on we may have an issue that we're going to be a bit top heavy. Observe materials bay. The less resilient samples appear to splatter around in the interior, forming new and interesting color patterns. Write that down. Try another crew report. And nothing to be gained, so get rid of that. Yeah, I'm afraid that at some point we're going to start tilting and just keep tilting and tilting and tilting. And you've seen I've throttled down a little bit because, well, we were picking up pretty good speed, and basically it's been suggested that you shouldn't go over 200 meters per second above or below 10,000 meters. Now that we're above it, crank up the engines. And I'm starting to tilt it, and hopefully it won't just keep tilting. We'll see how things go. So try and keep it a little straighter than I usually would at this altitude, just for the fact that I'm afraid once it starts swinging down it'll keep going. We're a little off the 90-degree mark as well. Not the easiest thing to steer. At some point we might have better technologies to allow us to steer things better, but we're still heading up, even though we're really starting to flatten out our trajectory here. As I said, that can be a good thing in most cases, but now we're tilting over too far. Oh, whoa, I sped things up. We ejected those stages. Now this rocket, this engine, as I said before, is actually firing weaker with less power than those other ones were, and now it's out of fuel anyway, so get rid of that, which leads us to a stage where the rocket actually has more power. Okay, oh, start doing some crew reports and things. Science. Observe materials bay. Microgravity has greatly affected the growth of crystalline structures. Loose objects are also flying around in the bay. Write that down. Okay, that was too fast for me to read. Cut the engine, do some EVA. You recorded your observations about the situation above Kerbals water. Write that down. Okay, and I think we can transmit that. Check our power. Oh, we got plenty of power. Well, should have transmitted it. Oh well. Anyway, moving onward. Looks like we'll be able to get into orbit. In fact, it probably has enough fuel that we could have taken it to Minimus or the moon. Or moon, I should say. Observe materials bay. Blah blah. Yeah, messy stuff. Things floating around. I don't know. Reset. Can save it for another time. On landing, could use it, or higher up in space we can try it again. But yeah, we got enough fuel, but without the mystery goo containers and the fact that I've used the Science Juniors, you know, get all the science I can around here. EVA report above Kerbals water. Observe your observations. Write that down. I think we already got that one. Yeah. Cannot store. Yeah, board anyway. Well, I can't transmit until I get inside. So, transmit that. Transmit reusable only. We don't want to transmit the other ones. We're bringing them home. Yeah, still plenty of fuel. And that engine that we've got on there can recharge the batteries, so that's the good news. Anyway, go around some more. Can do more science while we're in orbit. You know, and what goes up might not come down. We'll see if he makes it down safely after this. The plan is that he will. Going slowly here. Yeah, starting to bring him down. EVA. You record your observations about the situation. Write that down. Above Kerbals Highlands. Okay. Transmit. Transmit reusable ones only. We're getting science. And the batteries are kind of running down a little. Crew report. I don't think that'll do anything. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I was thinking about locking the power on the capsule so that if I did run the batteries down, I could unlock that so I can control a few things. I've done that in the past, and it's actually saved me once or twice. Okay, on this trajectory, it will bring me home, but I'm hoping to land in the desert there, so we'll readjust things, try and bring it up a little higher again, going around. But this is the final pass. He will be returning to the home planet one way or another after this. And another EVA report. Above Kerbals Highlands, yeah, nothing to gain there. Nothing to see here. Well, you can see it, but apparently you've seen it before, so it's not worth anything. And around he goes. And we'll try to do some more EVA. Whoop. Hey, okay. That was so quick. And transmit data. Must have got something useful there. Yeah, sometimes I've got this sped up so I can't really follow it. You know, it's just more go around, try and find a new biome that you're floating over, and transmit and transmit. It'd be nice if there was some kind of a signal to say, hey, you're above a new biome, or a mod that could tell you that. I know there's a mapping mod. I wonder if that will now mark the different biomes for you. I know it used to indicate different anomalies, but I don't know. Maybe that's something I should check out, and I could actually try it for this game. Yeah, starting to bring him down. Which reminds me, I should mention, for this one, I do have the alarm clock, as you can see in the top left-hand corner. I've got Mech Job loaded. I now have the Kethane mod I've loaded onto the computer, but I have to get it set up for Kerbal Space Program. And I've also got the Kerbal attachment system, which I'm not sure I've got set up quite right yet. So I've got some work to do there. But right now, those are the mods I'm using. Prior to this, I never actually really used any mods. But I have some manual dexterity issues when it comes to using the keyboard, and docking was a real pain in the neck. So I figured Mech Job is a good thing. A lot of people may complain about that, but you know what? This is my game and I want to have fun, so Mech Job it is. Although even with Mech Job you have to do a lot of work to get everything lined up. Having said that, we'll get back to the film. Okay, and he's coming in. I'm just trying to steer him so that he will come up down above land, or below. Well, yeah, the land will be below him when he lands. That's what we want to say. Plus it's also slowing him down a bit, so re-entering the atmosphere at slower speeds is not such a bad idea. Well, I guess the theory is you want to go in fast enough that you go in instead of skipping off the atmosphere like a rock skipping off of water. But, you know, you want to be going fairly slow before you hit the ground. That would be a bad thing if you were going more than 2 kilometers an hour when you hit the ground. It's like landing on Tylo. Oh, wait. Okay, that's the other thing. I have managed to land on everything except Tylo, even though I had not docked anything and used Mech Job. I have done it in other versions of this game, but Tylo, man, it's a tough one. I guess if I had tried saving and reloading things, maybe by now I would have accomplished that, but I've decided to save that for another time. Okay, time warp. There's Moon. One day, Moon. Somebody will get there looking for snacks. Yeah, snacks in space. Well, the zombies need food badly. Apparently they've wiped this planet clean, pretty much. What was his name? Ginori? Ginori was in orbit looking for snacks. Couldn't find any. But he got lots of science. And maybe with that knowledge, the Kerbal zombie scientists can come up with or figure out how to use new technologies that will make it easier for them to go and explore more of the Kerbal system. And it looks like this time what goes up will come down. Although I could have left him floating around there forever, or at least until Kerbal exploded, or expanded, I should say, and wiped out Kerbin completely. Billions of years. Oh, anyway, so ditch that stage. I think it's out of fuel. And on this trajectory, it's not going to be left floating around in space. So it will come down. And we got the heating effects. Burning, burning, burning. Slowing down quite quickly. And we can look out the window. Oh yeah, you can see the flames. See the flames. Rotating, rotating. Oh. Yeah, you seem to see the flames more from certain angles than others. I guess that would be the downward angle, most likely. Oh, don't see them anymore, so maybe we're... Oh no, here we go. Here we go. Coming down. Coming down. There's some mountains. Let's not hit the mountains. Yeah, let's try and lower that landing gear. Give us some speed. Open the chutes. Oh, I got this sped up again. Just for the heck of it. Coming down. Coming down. Looks like it's a slope, but it shouldn't be too bad. Those landing legs are sticking out pretty good. I don't have one of those big engines on the bottom like I did before. So we should be okay. We should be okay. And he's done. And the parachutes magically disappear. Although somehow you magically can get them back when you repack the chutes if you want. Okay, let's observe this. From the mountains, materials show little signs of... Anyway, write it down. Crew report. You record the crew's assessment of the situation. Write that down. So we're in the mountains. We're in the mountains. And there's not much more I can do here. EVA. EVA report. Most precarious situation. Yeah, well, flying over the mountains, that close to them, gotta be dangerous. EVA again. Let's get out of there. Drop, Kerbal, drop. Oh, there, he's got something to stand on. Well, let's walk over and see if we can walk off the landing strip. Ah, well, he missed. Oh, yeah, face down again. Take a surface sample. Here, the surface is mostly barren, snow, dirt, and rocks. You're very confident if you looked under the snow, you'd find more dirt and rocks. Write that down. EVA report. I don't think a spacesuit was entirely necessary to get here, was it? Probably not. Well, yes and no. It wasn't entirely necessary to exist there. Anyway, let's plant a flag. Plant a flag. Hooray! Site name. Round and round. Kerbin. First. Okay. Oh, let's get around that. No, we don't want that. Just round Kerbin first. He's just gonna brag because nobody can beat him to that one. Alright. Jeanery. And do the publicity shot. Yeah, okay, good enough. Alright, recover that Kerbal. Recover that vessel. Get some science. Let's go for the electricity. Alright, solar panels, solar panels. Lights are cool too. They're really handy when you're landing. Space exploration. Could have got a thermometer, man. No. The photovoltaic cells are always good. Yeah, good idea. And now we can get the duct tape. I mean the struts. And the supports. Ah, there's some interesting things there. Plus it leads to other interesting things. Like the fuel lines, I believe, are along that line. The fuel lines are always good. And well appreciated. Although those fins on that other one are good. Yeah, see, fuel lines. I like fuel lines. Asparagus staging, here we come. Yeah, well, that'll be another day. Because we just don't have the science. We just don't have the science. Okay, yeah. Just checking these things out. Rockomax decoupler. Interesting. Especially if I don't have tanks that big. Oh well. Okay, yeah. People really don't care about this stuff right now. I pre-recorded this. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.